Hello everybody, it's your old pal Tuna here and welcome back to another video. Right now I am coming at you from the great outdoors, which is something I don't do very often, mostly because the great outdoors is usually very busy and very loud. And we will see if I can make it through this conversation without being interrupted. So today, I am starting out this vlog. I am headed over to one of my suppliers here in Vancouver to pick up some stickers that I ordered for my July lunchbox club. But the main task for this week is actually, I am finally finding the time to set up my online store in a meaningful way. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you might know that my store hasn't been open since last September or October. And there's a few reasons for that. I will go into them later, but it has been my goal since like the beginning of the year to get the store open and open in an ongoing way so that I can do updates and shop drops throughout the year without having to open and close like constantly. And it's a really big and annoying undertaking to set up a store. So we're gonna do that together. We're gonna get a little help from Mark and hopefully everything will be well and good for the shop to be open right around the time that this video comes out. It smells like pizza. It smells really good, not gonna lie.
The next station is Vancouver City Centre.
Hello. Thank you so much. So Atomic kind of gets like a bad reputation around here because they are kind of not great about turnaround times. A lot of people come to expect like a same day turnaround or within a couple of days, which you get from some of the other bigger suppliers, but it's two guys running the shop. They have the best prices by far in the area and kind of in Canada, period. And the quality is like tiny little bit lower than some of the other places that I've worked with, but for the trade-off for like cost quality, nothing compares. So yeah, this is my endorsement of Atomic Signs for your sticker printing in Vancouver, BC, and they give you extras when you come pick up too. So that's pretty cool as well. You're not yellow. All right, so for the photo staging of these background elements, I need to see the frame of the camera shot. So if we can set that up.
You can see where the center of the frame is.
Mm-hmm. It has to be cropped into like the edges of the black. It's Mr. Chan doing everything you know he can.
Yeah, no, well, if you plop an object down, I can hit the focus. I think it looks nice. Like the little shadow. There's a little shadow coming in from both sides.
It looks really good. Just like.
And then this is the.
Can I please see the live view? Thank you.
Yeah. And this is the exposure value. Like do you. You know that little.
I don't know. You're gonna have to mess around with it afterwards anyway.
Do you have any paint accessories?
Oh yeah, paint's always a good one. I mean, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, that's fine.
And paint tubes. I forgot about my my thrift store paint score.
Thrift store paint score.
Thrift store paint score. Thrift store paint score. Thrift store paint score. I think that looks pretty cute. I'll just move this out a little bit more. This up a little bit more. And that should be a frame. Even though it's it's like collaging with objects. Do you remember those like I Spy books?
I Spy?
Yeah, you have to find the items hidden in the page.
Yeah, like Where's Waldo?
No, it's not illustrations, it's photos of objects like
Oh.
arranged like this, and then you have to find like the scissors and 6 paper clips. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay, so if you feel that that's nice, again, just let me take another frame. We'll take like 2 frames of each thing, just to make sure that they're in focus. And there's no vibrations, and you can hear it go like focusing a little bit, and it should be like very accurate focus.
Okay.
Let's take a blank one as well with nothing in the shot. take it.
Yeah? You want me to take 2, right? For posterity? Okay. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing fine. You can, just looking at how to import RAW when taking the photos. But like,
Oh, I see.
but if you're not really doing like much heavy editing, like, did you think that'd be fine?
I think these already look really good, so I don't think they're gonna need like.
Yeah, we just need a little sharpening.
Time.
Here, you see like the little one we can watch it all. And then, how do you feel about the straightness of everything? I think it looks.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look centered though. Like it looks like it needs to move this way. Okay, I think that's a wrap for now. Ta-da!
You sure? That's
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Am I forgetting any merchandise? I got books, prints, sticker sheets, stickers. No, nothing else for
187
now.
photos.
Yeah, you did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Now.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 2nd now, so it's been a few days since we did all of that photo taking. The photos have been edited, they are in my hand, and I am back to being in charge of the next steps for setting up the shop. Now, I'm going to be working at the computer today to do all of that. I do still have some more photos that need to be taken. Right now, I am waiting for a couple of items to arrive from Printful. Now, if you are not familiar, Printful is a type of service called print on demand, and what they do is they create and ship out single edition products to customers, and this is a really interesting type of service that you can use as an illustrator. The main benefit to it is that there is no obligation to make a upfront purchase in bulk of a lot of different items, and what they generally make is apparel and homeware, so that's the kind of stuff that they can print on demand for you. And as well, they take away the pressure of having to pack and send out packages yourself. Frankly, I actually find that very fun, so it's unfortunate that I'm not able to do that with the products. But for this shop drop, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to create kind of like Art by Tuna themed merch, so stuff that is a little bit more reflective of me and the videos and the brand, so you will see those when they arrive, but I'm waiting on those to arrive, my samples from Printful, to take the last photos necessary alongside all of my screen printed tote bags and leftover t-shirts and sweaters that I have lying around in the corner of the room over there. But all of the little stuff is done, and because it's not that complicated for me to know exactly what items are still needing to be photographed, the plan is to get all of the listings up today. I want to create all of the listings, do all of the copy, and upload the photos that exist so that everything is, you know, we're making progress. And the goal is to open, I think, on Saturday, so yeah, it's Tuesday. And then probably order some packing materials. I do have a ton of stuff, and I generally like to use like recycled goods, so I keep all the boxes from everything that I order and yada yada. But there is a specific type of product that I want to get, which is called a slot box. Here in Canada, there are restrictions as to how wide the items sent in the letter mail can be. It's like, I don't know, about that big, I don't know, centimeter and a half, I think, something like that. And so there are special made boxes that fit in this slot. There's a slot box TM, there's a couple of other brands that are kind of like copying that. And so I want to grab a bunch for those that I can use for the shop drop, and then as well for the pin fulfillment for my pin Kickstarter thing that I did a couple of months ago, that those pins should be arriving relatively soon, so might as well just stock up on everything at once. I figured now would be a good time to jump in here and let you know why my shop has been closed for so long. Obviously the first reason is that I really struggle with taking product photography. I am not good at it. I basically use my iPhone for everything. I film all my vlogs with my iPhone, but iPhone has a lot of limitations when you take photos for like automatic white balancing, and it is such a pain in the butt to edit them all to look good. So I really wanted to get Mark in to help me out with all of that great stuff. But the other reason is that I had some trouble in 2023 with making sales in my online shop, and that's actually like a big reason. I think it was 2022 actually where it started, and then 2023, that's a big reason why I haven't had my shop open, is because it's a lot of work to maintain a shop, to be checking orders, to be packing orders, to be shipping out orders, when it wasn't really getting like the return that I had hoped for. And the way that I had structured my shop up until this drop is I would always be opening and closing it for 2 to 4 weeks at a time, which was so that I could update it with a bunch of new stuff, take orders for a short period, and then close it and not have to worry about shipping out in an ongoing way. And because sales were really down in 2022 and then especially 2023, I did opt to kind of take it off of my to-do list and then swap into doing a ton of conventions, which you have been seeing me do for all this time. Now, that honestly kind of hit me in the, how should I say it, ego to feel like I was not being successful with the online shop. And I think that there was like this fear of me, if I was going to open it, that the same thing was going to happen and I just wasn't going to be making any sales. And much like with my diminished Instagram exposure, reach, whatever you want to call it, it took me a long time to kind of come to terms with that, to stop taking it personally, to take ownership of the things that I can control, which is like advertising and the product quality, but then to understand there are things outside of my control, like the economy and shipping prices and other things that might keep people from following through on making a purchase. And I think that when you are running a small business, and especially when your small business is tied into your passion, like it is for me making art, it's like every time someone buys something, they're taking a piece of me home with them. And so if people don't want to make a purchase from me, it feels like I have failed. I'm sure you can relate to the complicated nature of these feelings, but I did finally come to terms with it. Like, I just want the shop to be open. I want people to be able to buy something if they want to. I want to be able to sell stock in a ongoing way online, because now that the YouTube has been doing a little bit better, hi everybody, I love you, thank you for watching my videos. I feel kind of bad if I'm like showing off all this merch that I'm selling at cons and then there's just nowhere for anyone to get anything if they are not traveling to Canada to come find me. So overcame that insecurity. Here I am, and I did do this screen recording of, I have my shop set up on Squarespace. This has been like this for a super long time. I barely used Etsy, only really when I first started having an online shop. The benefits are a lot more control, lower fees. The detriment is that there is no marketplace feature. I have to drive 100% of my own sales. Frankly, that's fine. You know, I don't rely on the online shop to be my primary source of income, so I can deal with that. The listings are all set up. Basically, I do have a bunch more to put in with regards to the apparel that we'll be doing a little later. And here is my order for my slot boxes. Big money, no whammies. Okay, I really can't overstate how excited I am to open this package. These are the samples that I ordered from Printful for the upcoming shop drop. I always want to make sure that I can, vouch for the quality of the product, and then it's nice to be able to take actual product photos rather than relying on the generated stock images that Printful provides for me. And these are some very self-indulgent designs, so let's check them out together. One of the best things about Printful is that you can add like this personal branding touches. There's quite a bit that you can do in terms of even sending them promotional stuff that they can include in the packages as well, but I haven't quite looked into it that far. All right. Oh, it's to die for. Are you kidding me? All right, so there's 3 things. The first thing is the Art by Tuna Nori logo on a baseball cap, so it is embroidered. And I went for like a distressed baseball cap because I figured it would have a Nori has been here kind of vibe to it. And for my personal preferences, I like the relaxed dad cap shape, so that's also what I went with. Oh my god, so cute. And then I have two different things with the same design to give people some options here. Helping! So this is your Nori official TM garment. I am doing it in a sweatshirt and a t-shirt just so that, you know, I'm not releasing only a sweatshirt in the middle of summer, but I don't really wear a lot of graphic tees anymore, but I do love a graphic sweatshirt. And I also decided to go with a cute little branding on the back. And I don't know if you can see from there, but there's sort of like, when you prepare your file, if you're printing on black, you sort of want the black part to be transparent, otherwise it prints black on black, and I wanted to see what that would look like. I can see now that I don't really mind it. I'll make up my mind before I start submitting more of people's potential orders, whether or not I want the black printing on there too, but wow. It came out perfect. It's so cute. And then t-shirt, which is on like a heathered black, I think. So that's a nice touch as well. Okay, so unfortunately, the audio from this segment turned out completely unusable because of the weather that was happening and the fact that where we set up this photo taking station was right next to like a vent that was blasting air out, which is a very noisy thing. But this is the solution that we came up to take photos of all of these garments. The original idea was to go out and for me to like wear them, and we would do like more like lifestyle type photographs, but I just didn't want to put on makeup and I didn't want to be perceived, and my hair seriously needs to be re-dyed. And so I have this mannequin, her name is Marie. I found her on the side of a road and I love her dearly, and she lives in the corner of the apartment and rarely gets used due to the fact that she's so heavy that bringing her to conventions is kind of inconvenient. But it occurred to me she would be the perfect model for all of these lovely garments, and I have my yellow backdrop that I use for conventions, and we set it up just in a nearby alley to take photos, and it worked out so much better than I kind of even envisioned. Like, it looks so good. I'm very committed to the yellow and the black and white for the brand, and because the photos that we took earlier in the video were yellow themed with all the yellow objects on the black/gray background, it seemed to me like the best case scenario was to continue with that theme with the yellow background for these photos. So that's what we did. The wind was blowing like crazy, and that's why I am standing to the left side of the screen holding the frickin' like curtain rod because it kept trying to blow over. And I feel so lucky. Okay, here we go. Here it goes. It was the only time that it happened. But I feel so lucky to have Mark able to help me with these sorts of things because, you know, if you have a point of weakness in your skill set, you know, you can take the time to learn and develop that skill yourself 100%. But if you do have people in your life who you can ask for help from, that is something that you should definitely take advantage of. And Mark has nice cameras and he's willing to, you know, edit them for me and make sure that they look great for the shop drop. So I feel like as a self-employed person, there's a lot of pressure for me to do everything myself. I'm a bit of a control freak, but let this be your sign to reach out and ask for help if you need to, because I don't think this would have happened if he wasn't here to help me out. Anyway, shout outs to Mark. Love that guy. Everyone give a round of applause to Tuna Corp's #1 employee who isn't Nori. But yeah, this was basically the last step, was to take all these photos and then make the listings, upload the photos, get everything ready. And I think by the next morning, I was. All right, everybody, it's Saturday now, which means the shop is officially open. It's just past noon. It's been open for a couple of hours, and shout outs to anyone who has already placed an order. You know, I feel like overcoming my anxiety about doing this was a lot about kind of letting go of my expectations. And so at this point, if anyone buys anything, I'm psyched. My plan now going forward is to have the shop open like permanently, aside from any time when I might not be able to fulfill if I'm away or whatever. So you can pop on over there and buy yourself some cool Nori merch or some stickers or some prints or some tote bags. I have everything up there that you've seen in the video and more, so be sure to go check it out. But regardless, I hope you really enjoyed this shop opening vlog. I know that these are kind of a fun category of vlog to put together, and I hope that some of like the photography things we did, you get some tips and tricks for your own shop, and I'm sure there will be some shop fulfillment content in upcoming vlogs. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. Leave me a comment, anything that's on your mind. I always really appreciate them and I read all of them. And before we go, we're gonna say thank you to all of the wonderful people who are supporting me over on Patreon in my snack pack. These are the people who are enabling me to make these videos for you. Some of them are pledged at $1 to get extra content like digital downloads, more videos, access to my patrons only Discord, and as well my patrons only shop where my sticker sheets are available. I don't do them in the public shop because they are kind of like special for the patrons, but you can buy the back catalog as a $1 or more patron there. And those of whom who are pledged at higher tiers are receiving mailable rewards. This month we are doing a hot ghoul summer theme, which is very fun. I always like doing something seasonal once a year, probably. Last year I did like a holiday seasonal, so this time I did want to do a summer seasonal. Bye, Nori. And in the $10 tier, you get the sticker sheet that includes shipping worldwide. In the $25 tier, you get some extra bonus goodies, extra stickers, extra prints, whatever it is, up to 4 or 5 items each month. So there's a little something for everybody over there. But if you do not want to join Patreon and do the ongoing subscription, buying something from my shop is also an amazing way to support the channel. So thank you so much for even taking a look. I really appreciate you. But I do know we can't support every creator that we love online. So I just want to thank you for making it to the end of this video. Stay sparkly. Don't let the cruel world dull your shine, and I will see you next time. Bye. Gonna have to lint roll after this. Yeah. Just a baby.